I drank that kombucha way too fast and I'm definitely gonna burp. Sorry.
Oh. You go through the night. Oh.
The best thing about having a barbarian Valkyrie girlfriend is you technically have a bodyguard in your bed.
Yeah.
That's true. That's loud. You go through the night. You were assured protection.
Dagger.
Or not protection, but at least safety.
Yes.
While you
we
were resting.
Yes.
We represent the embassy of the Australithic League.
Nobody has been outwardly too offensive to you.
No, it's like going to a Mormon church.
They all just actually want you to leave, but nobody will tell you.
Yeah, exactly.
Except people did tell me.
In a Mormon church?
Just be like, just do what I do and just be like voluntarily obtuse. Like, if you're too polite to not say you hate me, then I guess I live here.
What, since everything, my sleep wasn't interrupted, I didn't hear from the Cardinal or from Hecate, I am going to, like, when I'll wake up and before getting together with everybody, I'm going to use my Scroll of Sending, my last one, and I will sit crisscross applesauce on the floor beside the bed and assume that Frida's snoring will cover up anything that somebody might overhear. And I'm gonna send a message to Hecate, or try to.
Oh, I should change off the Rebel Galaxy playlist.
No, we're rebels.
You draw upon the divination magic inscribed and release it. What do you say?
So I did exactly the opposite in the Archdiocese. Trouble in Shadowmoor. Thought I'd spring you from jail.
Where you at?
You okay?
You okay? You okay?
The last bit was just like the letter U. You okay?
You up?
That's my sister. I'm not you upping my sister.
Oh no.
Sorry, I played a character that did the opposite.
You get a message back promptly. Glad you're safe. I am on a mission. Not in jail.
Roll. Just lied to me.
I am personally handling the Dark Heiress.
She's already at Shadowmoor.
No, she's not. Black God told me she was on Pretoria last night. God damn it, she's lying.
Well, she's got backup on the way.
Please leave it to me. And then this message ends.
That ain't gonna be that, you know. Situation's fine. We're good. We're good. All right, I'm getting involved.
Listen, the clearest way to get me to do something is to tell me not to do it. If she was like, "Man, and I need your help," I would have been like, "I don't know. Seems like a trap."
That seems like a trap. Yeah, you're right. This is a sibling thing.
Bait. No, he wasn't.
Last
That's bait.
last night while playing Helldivers, Mickey was like, "No, don't help me over here," and I just jump on a rock and start sniping everything over on his side of the map.
Lamar does that now. He doesn't trust me when I say I got it.
We got trust issues around here.
Because we could see your health bar dropping.
It has to go down for it to go up.
Well, how do you respond, man? What are you doing?
That was my last sending scroll, so if she wants to keep talking to me, she's got to message me.
And it sounds like she needs every spell she can get.
Am I aware of any place in the Archdiocese that would store, like, healing potions, spell scrolls, poultices, that sort of thing?
Make a history check.
Does our gold still work
Guidance. 23.
Yeah, there's storage rooms in the large complex that you recall you could probably sneak into if you wanted to.
That's exactly what I want to do. I'm gonna go.
What a coincidence.
I'm gonna go. I leave snoring Freitas, and I'm going to yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, straight out of that room. 31.
Ho, 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 I have the machine gun now.
Hot damn!
Wow.
That was not even the highest I can get.
It is not.
See if you could get a holy hand grenade.
A holy
Ho,
hand.
ho, ho, I have the holy hand grenade now.
I just realized I never made Wigbert a holy hand grenade.
He did.
I did? Okay.
He preferred the chicken grenade, though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That one was my favorite too. The Morph grenade.
The chicken grenade.
Yeah, you just turn people into chickens and eat them off the Empire State Building.
I think I taught you guys that move too early.
Man, and
You deleted clips because of it.
You sleuth through the hallways.
The Mission Impossible theme song
The
plays in my
place is-
head, even though I don't know what it is.
The place is just as big as you recall. Just hallway after hallway after hallway, tee off after tee off. Any person not from here could easily get lost. Likely, you know, the people here get up pretty early in the morning, so you had to get up even earlier than that to try to navigate the halls before they become too populated, and you manage to slip past any unwary clergyman or layman. And you find one of the storage rooms. Why would it be locked?
I mean, it wouldn't be.
No, it wouldn't be.
Nobody here would steal. But I fucking will.
They allowed just anybody in here. Yeah, you find the room and you're used to like immediately fumbling for a lockpick or something, and then you remember where you are and just open the door. And lo and behold, you find a nice little storage of just supplies for the coming and going clergy to take from. It's like a supply closet in your grocery store.
Okay. Okay, I found like the deep pantry where they like stock up when they go to Costco.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, items you find are 5 standard health potions. 2 greater. You find 2 healer's kits. You find what do you call it? An alchemist kit.
Mm-hmm.
You also find a number of like reliquaries, holy symbols to the various gods that you might use to cast ceremony or something.
Mm-hmm. I stick a 2-headed coin in amongst the reliquaries.
Your call sign.
I hope somebody gets confused and goes, "Oh, guess this is part of it."
Oh, somebody really needed the supplies this morning.
Got the secret, what's it called? Combine? Secret
I'm
combine
farming?
is it tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Also, about 50 gold worth of special ink and parchment.
Mm.
And incense, of course. There's like 100 gold of incense in here.
I'll take the incense. I'll take the 2 greater healing potions. I'll leave the regular ones. I'll leave everything else. You're muted.
Upon leaving the room, what looks like a friar of some kind
Mm-hmm.
steps in front of the door right as you're about to step out. And he says, "Please feel free to take more," as he gestures you back into the room and reaches for a regular potion of healing. And he slowly goes to close the door as he puts a finger over his mouth.
Okay. Can I clock this guy to see if it looks like he's gonna try and murder me as soon as I go in here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go with him, but I just want to know if I need to be on guard.
Is this a conspiracy wink or like a murder wink?
Yeah. Is this a
it looks
trap?
conspiracy.
Okay, conspiratorial. Excellent. Okay.
Yeah. He'll take you back into the supply closet very quickly.
Wait, what?
Wouldn't be the first time. How do you think I found the supply closet in the first place?
I thought cleaning the supply closet was a punishment.
Well, that too. That's how I knew which ones never got cleaned.
Good point.
God damn it. Okay. You are pulled into the closet, and what you see is this blonde, curly-haired guy. Looks maybe in his mid-20s.
Mm-hmm.
And he speaks to you in Celestial. Do you understand Celestial?
I do not. I speak Abyssal, Common, Infernal, Sylvan, and Thieves' Cant.
She did literally fell out of church school.
I did.
Oh, hello.
All the hellish languages, none of the holy.
Yeah. Consider it my act of rebellion. They let you study those things because you have to know your enemy to defeat them. And I was like, bitch, listen.
Demonology.
Do I recognize that it is celestial?
Yeah.
Okay. I will try a couple of hand signs from Thieves' Cant to see if he knows that, and if he doesn't have any like he doesn't recognize like Thieves' Cant hands gestures, I'll just
That's
I'll run through a couple of things from all the other languages
this
I
is
know.
like the situation where somebody speaks a language you don't know, so your immediate reaction is to go to Spanish.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to think of other things where it's like I was starting with one maybe you didn't have to speak. I just assumed he was speaking to me in Celestial because he didn't want other people to understand it.
Who is this friar? Who is this guy?
I don't know.
It sounds legit. He probably eats fried food.
He watches you start doing Thieves' Cant, maybe probably trying to sign something.
Mhm.
He realizes, he goes back to common. Oh.
Is that the words that come out of his? Oh.
Oh.
Listen, at least you stopped me before I started saying stuff in Abyssal.
Manon, I know you don't know me, but you have to trust me. My name is Kefrios. With a Q.
Mm-hmm.
With a Q.
Manon, look. You have to trust me. I know what you're here for. I know you've been praying to Tamora. Things are not clear, but I know that if you go to Shadowmoor, you will be in grave danger. As he almost, you notice he's not actively doing anything, but his shape begins to change.
Mm.
And the robes almost unfurl in a magical manner, and wings begin to sprout from his back, and a halo becomes visible over his head.
This dude an angel? There are angels here?
I'm gonna expend a ranger spell slot, and so that I can sense and use primeval awareness. Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elemental fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile.
This is a celestial.
If the whole fucking place lights up.
Yeah, I was gonna say though, do I catch any pings of fiends or undead, considering some of the things that we've faced?
And from where you currently stand, no.
Okay. Okay.
All the evil is human based.
Great. Perfect. Okay. Oh no, I'm not spending a first level spell slot for that shit. Okay. Okay.
I come here on behalf of Tamora as a warning to you. There's something off about Pretoria.
Mm-hmm.
There's something off about the people your sister's working with.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you know about the collision?
Some. Some. I know that the people of Andrew, well, not all of them, but in Andrew Ryan, they were using um, the astral. I guess they weren't shards at that point. Um,
Prism?
to, yeah, prisms to try to commune with the other realms, to raise people up to something more than human. I suspect that's why the people of Pretoria have been collecting the astral shards, because they want to contact Mount Celestia and try to raise people to the level of angels. And I suspect that the Dark Heiress is intending on doing something of the like in Shadowmoor, maybe. Or maybe finding out how to do it.
The zealotry here idolizes what happened a millennia ago. The rituals, the ascendance. But I think that there's a piece of the equation that's new in all this. It's not just about returning to the traditions of old. I suspect it has something to do with the Archangel of Wrath.
Do I know about that?
You don't. You know of her,
Mm-hmm.
but you have not done any thorough research.
Okay. What a... I mean, I've heard of her. You think that there's some sort of undue influence?
I suspect that's the case.
I-
It's my fear that your sister is directly in league with the folks who have some kind of dealing with her.
Why did she let me... Hmm.
Here's the tricky part. None of this is overt. There is no outright acolytes of the Archangel. I think people here in Pretoria legitimately do believe that they follow the prime deities and the tenets therein. But they're being manipulated.
I'd say that's probably fucking for sure.
Here's what I came to tell you, though. If your sister is indeed in Shadowmoor, which she is, and she's with her colleagues there, they are not your friend.
I know.
And your sister has sworn an oath. If you go there and you meet her, they will not let you walk away. They are powerful.
And what happens if they get whatever the Dark Heiress is after?
That depends on what she's after. We don't know.
What am I supposed to do? Nothing?
I wish I had an answer for you. I didn't descend from heaven to come here and tell you this. If that had been the case, I'd probably be a little more knowledgeable. I'm what's called a hermitas. I came here during the collision.
Okay.
So I've been wandering around for the past 1,000 or so years.
Hey,
I see
welcome to the
things
club.
and I've heard things. But if a god, if one of the deities needs to communicate something, they can, while I'm here on this plane, they can ask me to send a message, and here I am. The spells that you and your former colleagues here use are limited in their communication, so Tamora felt it was best I come and help how I can. Do what you feel is right, Manon. But no, there is great risk.
Without great risk, there's no reward. I don't see. I don't see how that changes the amount of danger I was already in. Maybe, I don't know. If we go, is the great personal risk just to me, or does it put my friends in extreme danger also?
If you go, they likely won't spare you.
Mm-hmm.
And I doubt that the secret order that she works with would appreciate any witnesses. I can tell you the Imperator is with her. Gregorio Salvatore.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And, I know it's hard for your sister because once he has you around his finger, you can't get anything past him. There is nothing he doesn't know, and you cannot lie to him. And he will not let you go.
But he bleeds just fine, though. Well,
there are 6 of them in total.
and that's including Hecate.
Yes.
So if I go, chances are I'll either be killed or be put in a position in which I have to kill my sister.
That is my fear.
I don't know if I can not go. I won't. Well, I guess I'll just see what my party thinks.
I'm sorry, man.
It's alright.
Sometimes the good thing to do and the right thing to do and the smart thing to do don't align very clearly.
No. Well, I take out a coin and I'll flip it. Maybe we'll leave it to luck. Well, heads I go anyway. I flipped one of the 2-headed coins. There are worse things than death, I think. To do nothing might be one of them.
Living with regret.
Hmm. Yeah.
But really, take them. As he looks at the potions, and his wings furl back into his spine, and the clothes wrap around him once more.
Yeah. I was gonna try and be polite, but now it just seems silly.
What do they use them for?
Fair. Alright, I'll take the rest of them. Health potions. Thank you.
Think tomorrow.
Well, if you ever want to spend time with somebody who's got just as long a memory as you do, Legion's been around since the collision, too.
Oh, I've been around far longer than the collision.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has stories.
I don't know. Seems like maybe your life might be a little lonely.
Living on the material plane isn't so lonely.
No. Well, that doesn't bode well for heaven.
There's always drama around here.
That's for sure.
Maybe We'll meet again, man, in honor tide.
Yeah.
As he steps out and closes the door behind him.
You did miss the opportunity for us to come out of the supply closet at the same time and startle someone. Just like old times. Okay. I'll wait 90 seconds and then I'll sneak out back the way I came.
Yeah, you open the door. Hallway is empty.
Ba-ding. 33 for stealth.
Professional. Yeah.
Still not as high as I could be.
Do you sneak past the party themselves? You're like, boo!
Yep. I have a moment where I'm like, God damn it, I wish that Tegan wasn't off in a fugue state someplace. Because that's normally who I would immediately go to.
Damn it. Alright. When are you all my therapists?
Yeah.
I'm pressing you into service.
Yeah.
God, choose your therapist.
Oh no. Pudge or
I go to-
Legion?
I go to Legion's
We're talking
room.
about eating your feelings. I have
I go
this
to
new
Legion's
meal
room.
called feelings.
Oh.
Legion. No, fuck it. Legion's doing maintenance. His left arm is like in his right arm, but like
Off.
off and like on a table, and he's just tinkering with it and looks up.
How do you get it back? No, you know what? Never mind. So an angel of Tamora just pulled me into a supply closet like we were in middle school.
There you go. That's Kfrios.
This holy twink just pulled me into a closet like we were in middle school. And he said that he was one of the Hermitas, and that got pulled out during the collision. And he said that Tamora, and he said that Tamora said that we would be in great danger if we went to Shadowmoor, because Hecate's there with the Imperator and 4 others, and if we ran into them, they would almost definitely kill me and probably try to kill y'all as witnesses. So it's super dangerous, but also I don't think that we have a choice. And I don't know if I want you to talk me into this or talk me out of this.
She's on a mission with the Imperator.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in the Shadowmoor, and if we go to the Shadowmoor, they're gonna try to kill us.
Right, but
Probably after we've fought something big and we're weak.
right, probably. Or they'll let us take out the Dark Heiress or attempt to take out the Dark Heiress and then they'll finish us off or whatever. Or maybe one day we'll be smart enough to follow their dumbasses around and get them while they're weak. But probably not, because that doesn't seem to be how we roll.
You know, going to the Shadowmoor was going to be a risk anyway, and now that has increased tenfold.
Yeah. But who wants to live forever?
Good point. Oh.
Yes, I did just quote a Queen song from Highlander. You're welcome.
Oh, here I thought it was a mismatch of Starship Troopers.
No.
I was like, that's a hell of a thing to do for a suicide mission.
You still want to go to Shadowmoor?
Well,
Maybe.
I realize the smart thing would be not to, but now I kind of want to see what happens.
I think what happens is we're going to die, man. And yeah, nobody wants to live forever, but we gotta kind of have obligations here. We can't die without.
What else are we supposed to do? Go back and fight petty wars on the fucking continent?
Maybe
Go play Spartacus with the Nemorans?
no.
Yes.
We find a way to cancel the Imperator's mission.
They're already there.
I mean, just because you're already there doesn't mean they can't cancel. What if, say, shit starts going down back home?
You want to start a riot in Pretoria?
Sure. Haven't you always wanted to start a riot in Pretoria?
Well, yeah, but I thought this whole trip was about like personal growth. I don't. Oh, Jesus. I.
God.
Oh, maybe I didn't say the worst part.
Oh God, what's the worst part?
Um. That Pretoria has been manipulated by the Archangel of Wrath. And that their interest in the astral shards goes beyond. It goes beyond tradition.
Oh God, this just got a whole lot worse.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh, fuck.
we should get everybody else, huh?
We should get everybody else. Yeah. Like this. It feels like. Why does it feel like we're at a meal, at a dinner, and like 6 other plates just get dropped in front of you,
Yeah.
filled with food? This is what Pudge wants. This is the world Pudge wants.
This is the world that Pudge wants.
It's like a food hydra. I eat one plate and suddenly there's 2.
You're fucking cat, bro.
I have a mink. This is what I get for socializing him like this. I have a mink now.
Yeah. Yeah, we should get. You have to wake up Freitas, and I just run out the room. Okay.
Okay.
You can't wake up
Oh.
Freitas.
Poke. I poke
You-
Freitas in the face with my other arm while way far away like this.
You like poking her in the face and her head's just rocking.
Damn.
That's what happens when you share a bed with Manon.
Freitas, don't make me throw the gauntlet at you.
Oh shit.
Off-scene
Reattach
sequence.
my arm.
Legion fighting Freitas in the bed.
Sleep fighting?
She's yelling 5 more minutes. You can hear it down the hall.
In that time, I get Norstra and Pudge and bring them all back to Legion's room.
Pudge had a body pillow, but the body pillow was like I don't know, a sausage link or something.
It's a hot dog. Amazing.
I was gonna say it's a pillow, but it's deep fried.
It's a deep fried pillow, crunchy.
You start with the pillow and you end with no pillow.
When you pull Norstra to the room, she's well kept. She has, given the occasion of why y'all are here, she's dressed up a little more nice than usual. She's got, like, you know, the jewelry and the golden chains running through her hair.
Mm-hmm.
She's got the little forehead thing with the little crystal. And she says, well, this has been a very welcoming trip. More welcoming than I was expecting, to be honest. I believe we're here, and she holds up the medallion, on diplomatic business as ambassadors?
Yeah.
It got worse.
It got worse. It got worse. Because I thought that we could, one, figure out what my sister was doing and then get help to deal with the dark errors, because who wants the dark errors on their doorstep, you know, that kind of thing, and be like, the enemy of my enemy. But turns out,
The enemy of my enemy is still my enemy.
Yeah, yeah. And I go, fuck. And then I lean out in the hallway and I just cast silence in the hallway. So somebody's standing outside the door, like in the doorway. So if somebody's standing at the door listening to us, they can't hear in. Pulled us all out of the silence bubble.
Everyone's like crammed in the corner of the room to not be in the bubble.
Yeah. Legion is standing in the bubble and it just has one of his ears out, like one of his speaker ear holes out.
Holding his helmet out the bubble.
Yeah. So yeah. So there's already the conservators and the Imperator himself are already on Shadowmoor, and if we go to Shadowmoor to confront them, they are definitely going to try and kill me. And then probably the rest of you as witnesses. And I have this my god has sent me a holy twink to tell me this morning.
I'm sorry, what is a twink?
Like, you know when a young man is real like pretty? Like prettier than he ought to be?
He ought to be.
That usually means that they've cast some kind of illusion spell.
Yeah, but if they hadn't.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
Right. Yeah. If they hadn't, you know.
Shady.
Twinks just automatically get glamour.
Tain't fair. It tain't fair. Tis true.
Facetune.
It's true.
You know, like those boys that always look like they got on lip gloss, but they don't somehow.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, he had like the wings and the halo and the whole bit, right? And also, Praetoria's being manipulated by the Archangel of Wrath. But all of this seems like more reason to stop them what they're doing. And I can't. Also, I've kind of always been like this, and I was told what to do, and now I want to do the opposite thing.
Secret third option.
Do nothing? Do y'all just want to retire to Rust Bellow?
Oh, secret fourth option.
Oh, I could always go to Rust Bellow.
Just retire. Like
Retire and let the world handle its problem.
Shit's not my problem anymore.
Fuck you, got mine.
Look, while I sympathize with the fact that this is becoming more and more complicated, and that you have a little more skin in the game than anybody else, I have to advise you. The king has done you a favor to send you on this mission.
Mm-hmm.
Do your mission and re-strategize.
Well, I fucking done the mission then, I guess. I told them about gesture of goodwill and all that shit. I don't...
Man, and I think we need to do a little spying. Oh, this is we're gonna have to kill this guy meme. Man, and we gotta spy on your hometown.
Man, and there's more talking to passive aggressive people. Ah, shit.
God damn it.
Well,
Okay.
one of the ideas I had was to find a way to cancel the Imperator's mission in Shadowmoor. We think a good idea is fucking shit up here in Pretoria.
Which is pretty much the opposite of our mission.
Which is our mission is, I thought our mission is to kill the heiress.
That's what I thought too, and I just thought like maybe we could enemy of our enemy is our friend, but no.
But no, an angel just told us that the enemy of our enemy is going to try to kill us later.
Yeah, I was basically told that either I get killed, and most of my friends probably also, or I kill my sister. So,
Manu,
mm-hmm.
do you think that this land has an underbelly? Do you think there are dissenters? Do you think you fucked dissent into that boy when you dicked him? I mean, when you...
You don't know what happened
I don't know what happened.
behind closed doors, and I don't tell tales out of school.
Brought him until he saw stars.
Walks away funny.
Yeah. I mean, one of us was limping. Shit. Do I think that there might be like? I always felt super alone when I was a kid, but I was a dumb kid. Is there like?
You could make a history check.
Dumb kid is dumb.
There it is. Guidance.
19? Not so much that there's an underbelly, but I mean you're vaguely aware that there's disagreements between the factions.
Mm-hmm.
There's politics in play here.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes faction leaders don't get along. Sometimes faction philosophies contradict. And the cardinal is the one who kind of gets everybody to play ball. So each of the factions like to run their little fiefdom, and sometimes they can have beef with each other for whatever reason. And the cardinal and her honor guard enforce unity.
We got beef.
I mean, that's just information,
Like I don't know any off the top of my head. I think I imagine all of them end up in prison or executed because that's the point of the honor guard is to keep unity.
The bad ones that get caught do. Nobody. Well, you said you met a twink, a celestial twink.
Yeah.
How many other secrets do people not know?
Well, I imagine some pretty big ones, like the fact that
If
we're gonna have to go to the goddamn library.
Is the library not a good place to go? We've been to the library a couple of times.
Please don't tell me you have trauma at the library. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that there's trauma at the library.
That's where they forced me to read, and they would whack my hands if I didn't read enough words per minute.
God damn it.
No, the library was fine. There are lots of places to hide. Because I feel like a pretty good way to fuck shit up here in a, not immediately get deported or gibbeted or something, is if maybe we find out more about the Archangel of Wrath and see how she might be manipulating things here, and I assume that manipulation and taint is something to do with what the Imperator and the Conservators are doing.
It sounds like we need to find proof of the Archangel's taint.
Well, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Celestial anatomy, but I have to imagine that she's got one. Maybe. I think no, if Celestials were Barbie dolls, then we wouldn't have ASMR, so.
Also, I learned a new word today. Gibbet. I thought the password for hanged was hanged.
Yeah. Well, gibbeting is specific. Is a specific kind of hanging.
Oh, all right. Things I learned. Are we sure that the library is going to have this information? What if the no offense, man, but this does seem like a book burning society.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
I think we're gonna have to like find these secrets. If we can expose this Angel of Wrath, if we could expose the Angel of Wrath, or like gauge how the leadership here feels about the Angel of Wrath.
Hmm.
I don't trust the Cardinal.
No. I don't trust any of them.
Those people we met last night, though.
Mm-hmm.
You trust any of them that we saw last night?
Frangella?
Punsy fuck.
But I wouldn't. I don't.
Man, and we're gonna have to risk people's careers here.
Well, careers are one thing.
And
I don't-
lives.
Shit, man, we're gonna have to risk someone's career.
All right.
The shit just keeps piling up. The heiress is going to Shadowmoor. Hey, let's go to Shadowmoor. Now, the people that work with the heiress are going to. I need the map. Damn it. People that work for the heiress are going to Andrew Ryan.
Hmm.
We probably need to go to Andrew Ryan.
Well, there we go. Let's do that instead.
Let's do that instead. No, man, and we're here. We got to deal with your backstory before we deal with our backstory.
And then we can leave. We can just leave. Why are you like bulldog gripped on and won't let go? We could just leave. Or we could buy a property and then I could set up a real embassy. Sorry, I'm of split minds on this.
We are also of split mind on this.
Let's do some George Smiley shit and fucking spy on them.
Maybe we could just do a Godzilla and let the Imperator and Dark
Just let them fight.
Eris let them fight. Yeah.
What is a Godzilla?
You would love him.
It is Pudge. Pudge is Godzilla.
Yeah, a giant lizard. Like
He's like squishes his like folds.
This is Gizzard.
His gizzard.
Pudge is a lizard folk, right?
He is.
What kind of lizard?
What does that mean?
I mean,
What's
what's he
are
look
you
like?
are you like a Komodo dragon or
Chuckwalla.
what's the
Chuckwalla.
Chiquala?
Chuckwalla.
I don't know what a Chiquala is.
Look up Chuck
'Cause I
and
was
then
gonna
Walla.
say- Because
My
Chuck-
uncle had a Chuckwalla. He called it Chuck the Chuckwalla.
Of course.
Oh, okay.
But imagine it with like a lot more gizzard to it.
A lot more gizzard.
There's some gizzard to this lizard.
Ooh.
Alright, anyways.
We think. Oh God, we might start be believing in God. At least to Moria.
Well,
From Moria?
Do you? We've
She's
asked
real.
this before, but let's try this again. Are there any other allies you can call on?
Here?
It doesn't have to necessarily be here.
In general,
Hey, pirates. You wanna?
Holy shit, we're like the CIA. We can destabilize every fucking state we show up to with pirates.
Or another approach is
Well, another thing is we don't necessarily want to destabilize Pretoria.
Not?
just thinking tactics here. I mean, you don't always have to compete for the same points of control. While they're pursuing one point of control, you can pursue another that they're less present on.
This just sounds like Nostra. This just sounds like you're telling us to stay here and fuck up shit here, or do shit here. You're muted.
I'm just not interested in going on a suicide mission.
So true.
True.
We didn't do their affinity mission yet.
so
That's because this is a Manin's affinity mission.
God damn it.
I came here as a guard and an advisor to diplomats, but we're getting to the realm of this isn't ambassadorship anymore.
No, we're doing spycraft now.
No, well,
The term is tradecraft, Legion.
Tradecraft.
well, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to include you in this discussion, because we're frankly idiots. So because I had a thought that is in no way, shape, or form, except all of them related to the idea that staying on this island longer than I have to makes my skin crawl. What if we take what if we push forward and we take cities in the Durisval Empire while half of her allies are in Andrew Ryan and the other half are in Shadowmoor, including the Dark Heiress herself?
Wouldn't we need an army for that?
Maybe.
Whose army?
Well, the Australithic League's got a few. If
I thought they're trying to take Oberon and Avismora.
well, yeah,
Again.
but you know what? Auburn's on the border. If we help them take back Auburn, what's to say that we couldn't push forward and push the border in the other direction?
I mean, sounds like a good idea.
Just saying, God literally told me not to do the thing I really wanted to do. And I'm like, God, that fucking sucks.
God didn't tell you to do or not do anything.
God just says, if you do this, you will die.
Well, yeah, but then also, not only did the Holy Twink tell me, give me a mission from, or give me a voice from tomorrow to tell me.
The Holy Twink?
Yeah, the Holy Twink.
Are we on a mission?
Also,
All right, a mission.
well, Pudge and I certainly both are.
I believe in the ever hunger.
Writes in notebook, research ever hunger later.
Might be a demon ___.
Big dragon, maybe.
Tiamat? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Yeah. You would be hungry if you had that many mouths.
It's a tragedy.
Pudge, Avatar of Tiamat.
No, we don't need another Archon the Cruel.
But
Y'all are right though. Information is key.
So our choices are stay here and figure out what the actual fuck. Go to Shadowmoor and maybe get murdered. Probably get murdered. Run away to Rustbellow and become pirates. And we could just drink fruity drinks with umbrellas in them and have orgies every night.
Go to Andrew Ryan and relive my past traumas.
Mm-hmm. Or
You're a robot. How can you have trauma?
We were people once.
or we play Risk and we push the border back.
Or
Yeah.
play Risk.
But you're a robot. Dump the Trump. Maybe we should eat more.
We think.
Before you are.
No. We really think that we should stay here and figure this out.
To what ends?
Gain for Pretoria as an ally. Help Manon with her past traumas. Maybe reconcile with her sister. Not necessarily your parent. Your parents are dicks. They could go eat grass or something.
Eat
You've
grass.
been spending too much time with Pudge.
We
Eat grass.
eat grass is definitely a Pudge insult.
It's like touch
Grass
grass,
eater.
but eat grass.
That's how I walk up to people who are like vegetarian. I'm like, grass eater.
Oh,
When I'm
that's
thinking,
funny.
I'm thinking Quentin. I'm
Herbivore.
thinking of ham sandwich times.
Is that like your equivalent of like tree hugger?
Grass eater.
Silence herbivore.
What's your religion? Carnism?
What's your
Go to a
religion?
vegan master.
I worship consuming. Consumerism.
Consume.
God gave you those sharp teeth. Why don't you use them?
Well, balls.
Balls are deep.
I'll reiterate. The only reason I'm saying that we stay here and try to uncover this conspiracy about the Angel of Wrath is because we're already here.
Right.
Also, we haven't really done much.
Mm-hmm.
We have talked to a lot of shitty people.
Lady Nostra, as the representative of the I almost said the state, the country,
The League.
the league. That's it. As a representative of the league, I guess you don't feel great about maybe doing, what was it, tradecraft, and a possible ally.
When you say tradecraft, be more specific.
We're probably gonna do some shady ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what the king said.
Don't
Or
get caught.
the Archon.
Mm-hmm.
He did say don't get caught.
If only we had somebody who could talk really well. If only we had somebody who could hide really well. Minecraft isn't all violence. and the
Right.
best ones resort to none.
But also, we have someone very good at violence.
We also have that in case we need it.
You have
Hey,
the authority to do what you will,
All right, need to buy property.
and I'm invested in making sure that diplomatic relations are not harmed. So, I'm in no power to stop you. So I'm going to help you.
Diplomatic. We need property.
We need property.
The embassy needs to be more than just name.
Alright. Alright.
What do you propose we do?
Let's go talk to the Archdiocese. I assume, Pudge, that you'd like to have maybe some property for...
I need to set up a restaurant for these people instantly, as quickly as possible.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if the Archdiocese can point us in the direction where we might purchase some property in the name of the Australithic League. We can even
Is
it's community outreach.
Mm-hmm.
is Pudge's church just KFC?
Oh God, yeah.
I must spread my religion to the Far East lands.
No, I mean like that's just the physical building is a KFC.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
because eating at KFC gives you high level strength and religious capabilities.
Because my only thought, I don't know where to start. I'm not particularly charming, but
You are sneaky.
I'm very sneaky, but I also am exceptionally brazen.
Exceptionally so.
So,
Have you thought about not?
almost never.
Manon,
Mm.
we've been meaning to ask,
Mhm.
what the hell is an archdiocese? They
You know that lady that was kind of mean at dinner last night?
No, I know who she is. I just, what does she do? What's her?
She's like
There's
the
a-
Pope.
But then, if she's the Pope, what's the cardinal? Jesus?
She's like the president.
Oh, so the cardinal's the political leader, and the
Mhm.
archdiocese is the religious leader.
Only for clerics.
Only for clerics. I have a feeling you're going to tell me there's a religious leader for paladins here as well.
Yep, the prefectus.
The prefect, that's a name.
There's also a religious leader for the monks, the Grand Master. And there is always... Oh. There's always trouble between them.
Between the archdiocese and the
The different orders, and the cardinal is the one that has... The cardinal and the honor guard are supposed to keep it in check.
You think if we
I think that we need to set the different orders against each other.
We need to identify which is the more amicable faction or more pragmatic. We don't necessarily need ideological allies, just allies of convenience.
But we could also, even if they don't end up being our allies, we could set them against each other and destabilize the home life enough that maybe it has the impact that Legion suggested anyway, and the Imperator comes home.
True.
Or
I'm
maybe
not-
we find out the truth, and then, I don't know, the religion eats itself.
what
The revolution eats itself.
is the Angel of Wrath here physically?
Can I roll like a religion check to see what I know about their Angel of Wrath?
You could, but it doesn't really matter. The Angel of Wrath
Okay.
is not included in any curriculum, and you've never really heard it referenced before.
Okay.
This is secret knowledge.
Oh God, is
The
this?
only time you first discovered and heard about it at the Pythian Archives in Solsheim.
Hold on. I looked in the wrong book.
The Pythian Archives in Solsheim. All right. Is this is this the planet thing with Mormons?
It was in the classified section of the archives.
Oh. Classified.
Classified as what?
Heresy?
Being a funny gal. Come on, hungry. Hold on. I'm actually Pudge.
You received
And
a.
it's like she pulls out her notebook.
Imagine it's one of those flip notebooks.
Unfortunately, when you
Detective.
were at the archives, because you rolled a natural 20, you got to read more in depth on one of the deities on the list, but you chose Rashomon.
Oh, motherfucker! I did. Good. Okay.
I didn't roll a natural 20. I think I remember rolling like an 11 or something like that.
I recall.
I'll get a drink.
I
real quick.
recall.
I can still hear you.
I recall Manon was wanting to read about the Archangel, but chose Rashomon as the smart decision.
I did, motherfucker. I did, didn't I? Yep. Yep, I did that. I did that. That was dumb of me.
Hey, that's all right. Back then, we thought we were still going to Shadowmoor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I gotta. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. That's right. So I didn't write it down because it was in the chat logs.
Squirt.
Squirt. Better than Sprite.
Is it better than
Yeah, I
Fresco?
really did want to know. Really did want to know about the Archangel of Wrath, because these are the vestige deities of the different. Yeah. Because there is supposedly a planar vortice in Pretoria that goes to Mount Celestia, and Rashomon is.
You know what? I should just open up a restaurant and just totally use this like embassy thing as a front.
What? For food?
Fuck me.
I know. I could have been playing like Business Simulator.
What? What do you fuck?
What?
Fuck.
What are you fucking? What?
That's not a very nice thing to call him. Hold on. What the fuck am I? We were told. Hold on.
Jen's going to the library.
Jen went to the library. Yeah, halfway through my last notebook.
Nope.
So we were told that this was all being put in play by somebody under the influence of a vestige deity. And so far, we've run across 3 references to 3 vestige deities. Amon, Rashomon, Helea.
Helea?
Yeah. Archangel of Wrath. What if... Hear me out. What if we've got, like, a Dark Justice League situation where people are being manipulated into giving power to these vestige deities to sort of empower a dark pantheon of dead gods. Uh,
Do they eat?
You think they're pulling up Boulder's Gate?
Rashomon eats.
Oh shit! Don't talk much about Rashomon. But are they eating though?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a half. It's a cake-brained idea. That's a cake-brained idea. There's no way.
I think we need to find where. I did say this is a book burning society, but they have to have like secret logs of stuff going on somewhere. I think we have to find that.
Maybe.
So want to buy property.
Oh,
Let's start with seeing if we could buy property.
okay.
That's an easy goal.
Okay. You all can head over to the altar of the Archdiocese, where you'll find her attending to her duties of looking over the day-to-day liturgy, the operations of the school, things like that.
Archdiocese, may I have a word as a representative of the embassy of the Australithic League?
She puts down her pen. Her pen is like one of those glass pens that you dip in ink.
Mm-hmm.
She puts that
Ooh,
down on the
fancy.
side. Folds her fingers together. Ambassador Pugilus. The floor is all yours.
Before he starts talking, he kind of burps. He goes, "Brr."
It's a compliment.
The embassy requires a space for us to live. We do not want this to be a one-time measure. Our ambassadors will come and go, man, even I. Maybe not Legion. But we want the embassy to always be here as a representation of the Australithic League. In that manner, we'd like to purchase property held not by any individual here, but by the embassy.
Make a persuasion check.
Burps at the end of that too.
20. She looks open-minded to what you're saying. She doesn't seem to be hostile or bothered by having an audience with her, and she hears your idea, thinks about it, and she goes, in my opinion, tradition has it that isolationism, as we have done traditionally, has been what's kept us safe all these years. But I do think that the world is in need of the word of our most benevolent gods, and we have to lead by example. I think it's easy to become comfortable living in our own bubble here. And we have our missionaries that go out and go on their, coming of age trips to go and experience the world and also give back our teachings to them. But I think a bigger impact is in order, and I think if we had an opportunity to influence the continent more, perhaps the world wouldn't be in such a state as it is now. I'd be willing to advocate an embassy. But
to counter and build off of that. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, please.
I just thought maybe the Australithic League would also benefit from an embassy of your nation. Think of it as a place where your missionaries can lay their feet and organize and coordinate.
That's a topic worth discussing, I think. You have my personal support. However, traditions are not lightly changed here. For me to say yes to an embassy in my district, well, I'll keep some opinions to myself, but it's ultimately up to the Cardinal for national agreements.
Okay.
But should she consult me,
Mm-hmm.
know that I'm amenable to facilitating a discussion.
Pats his belly. Then we know who to go to next. I look forward to more cooperation between our people.
And I hope it would be productive.
I'll leave you to it. And he kind of waddles away.
Ask about his bank accounts.
I have one question.
Yes.
Wait. Which faction leaders do you think would be the least amenable to that sort of change? Presumably, we would want to get support from all the faction leaders so that we would have more people behind us when we talk to the Cardinal.
The clergy of the Archdiocese prides itself on the value that the missionaries bring to our gods and the people alike. However, the monastic order and the paladins seem to have the same opinion of tradition, but for different reasons. And they and I do not agree.
Elitists.
While we are, and men and I know your opinion on the matter, but I'll be forthright. While we are a bit heavier on disciplinary enforcement of teachings, we still fundamentally hold true to the idea that all men and women are capable of becoming better people and reaching God. However, other faction leaders still hold true to the notion that only those true of heart and most only those true of heart and most noble will ever be eligible to
No offense, Pudge, but that's the most paladin
To have
thing I've
hope.
heard today.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
the monks of the monastic order don't believe in missionaries. They believe that those who would those who have any hope of reaching enlightenment will come to them. And there's no point in reaching out to others, as people simply don't have the self-discipline or awareness or introspection. Whereas the paladins believe only those with a heart of courage and self-righteousness, not self-righteousness, but courage and righteousness.
Self-righteousness.
A Freudian slip. The paladins believe that only those born with a righteous and courageous heart will ever be able to ascend beyond just being a mortal man. They are essentialist in their beliefs, and they believe that the average person has, no matter how hard they try, cannot attain their standards of godly expectation. Does that make sense?
It's probably good that I ended up here then, because it sounds like maybe they would have done worse than occasionally beat me.
As a second child, the younger twin, I had faith that no matter the circumstance of your birth, you could grow to become something great.
Hold on. Might I ask, as a bit of a theologian myself, because I don't agree with these paladins. So I think you can grow powerful with a good diet, no grass eating. But also, I have to understand, why is this second child thing such an issue?
We subscribe to the philosophy of our founders and the purpose behind why this island was established. Long ago, Andromethia, Androrion as people call it now, was a place without want or need. And the rest of the continent struggled for survival. And the Andromethians, by will of God, wanted to spread peace and abundance to the continent, and Praetoria was the first expansion of that. But to achieve it, just a blessing of God doesn't magically make the problems of the world go away. We have to take it upon ourselves to organize and structure things in a way that facilitate the outcome we want. In order to ensure abundance, health, and well-being, we have to control the population.
Okay.
And I understand, for some it's believed if you are born with in a twin ship, that it is by the will of God. In others' opinions, how is that fair that all the other parents don't get to have two kids and Alton and Trivia do?
I see the failure in the theology.
We can't make exceptions here. But
Well,
in here, yet we did.
well, Your religion sounds like it assumes everybody's equal. I do not make this failure of logic. But this is me personally.
There are people here, I imagine, that it remains unsaid, who wish they could have more than one child. And Alton and Trivia faced the maltreatment and jealousy of those who quietly quell their desire to have more than one child.
How does your population grow if you only have one child per family?
We bring people in.
A lot?
Just enough.
I don't think they have a standing military.
Well, you don't need a standing military when you've got an order of paladins and also God.
Holy shit, this is actually Sparta, but like in a bad way.
Man, and you
So
definitely
Sparta?
know. You definitely know they don't have like a formal standing military, but most everybody in the country has some form of training under one of the three factions, and they can all defend themselves.
Yeah, I would not suggest
Oh, it's a sleeping dragon kind of thing.
Yeah.
A gun behind every blade of grass.
Although you do know that the Order of the Paladins are a little more militaristically organized than the other factions. If something were to happen, they would probably be the first to respond.
Yeah. Yeah. Ironic that my parents should be blessed with 2 children and end up with none to call their own. None that claim them anyway.
All right. Should we go talk to the Cardinal? The Blue Jay?
I think Legion?
Oh, I was gonna say we should probably maybe talk to the other two factions first.
That's what I was thinking. Archdiocese, am I going to cause as much of a stir in the other districts as I did when I walked in here? Or am I hopefully far less famous in the other parts of the city?
I assure you...
Infamous.
Their concern with you will not be your behavior in school, it will be your relationship to a conservator.
Great.
And also your twinship.
Relationship to a conservator?
My sister is...
Sorry, I don't know all these titles. It's very confusing.
Oh, yeah, my sister is part of a super secret faction.
I just didn't know its name.
The not secret police.
The
religious secret police.
No, it's better that people know who the secret police is.
Yeah, no, this is more like they deal with non-domestic issues usually. Am I correct in that? The honor guard generally handles stuff more on the home front, and the conservator is they deal with foreign issues.
Religious CIA.
Foreign interests, we'll call them that.
Foreign interests, yeah.
That is actually religious CIA.
Precisely,
yeah. Great. Would you be so willing as to have one of your accolades arrange transportation for us to... Do y'all want to see the monks or the paladins first?
Hmm. What were the monks about?
Elitism, but like mental purity.
Self-discipline?
Yeah.
Hmm. Whichever.
Is self-discipline? Are they the kind of that's like self-discipline where they have to like stand still for a very long time? Because we could talk about that time, that 50 years where we just didn't move.
That's
Holy
true.
shit. We
That's
have so
true.
much discipline.
Um,
It's not so much discipline. We were arguing with ourselves.
mm,
Who won?
yes.
The bomb that suddenly blew up, or no, the
Who let
orc
the
that tried to hit us.
who let the bomb try to win? Or the orc?
No one. We just violence was detected, and that took precedent.
Yeah.
Hmm. Whichever. We gotta talk to them all.
Okay. Let me double check to make sure that I've got this correct, if my understanding is correct. The monks believe that the only way into heaven is through self-discipline, wisdom, study, focus, that sort of thing. Are they like self-deprivation monks? Like, do they believe in like austerity and like kneeling on grains of rice and shit like that?
No
Yeah.
hand jobs.
Okay.
And like
And
whipping
then,
themselves, or is that
are
different
they
kind
flagellants?
of self-flagellation?
There's no
Wait.
self-flagellation.
No.
I mean, they
Hmm.
might do that thing where you like they kick each other in the balls, but like, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was a
Monks are
bit of
gonna
a
do that.
I was a
So,
bit of a monk myself.
this is Shaolin stuff.
Hmm.
And then the paladins believe that it is through devotion and willing sacrifice, that sort of deal, that you're made pure enough to go to heaven.
And
Like you
probably
have to
adhering to
be,
an oath.
yeah, devotion and loyalty to your God, that sort of thing. And not everybody's chosen of God. Bloody fucking blah.
And this order believes in, you may be
Oh,
bad, but you
Paladins
could try.
essentially believe
Evangelism.
Paladins basically believe if you don't have a heart of like if you're not a hero, you're not worthy. And not
oh, they're
very
glory
few
paladins.
very few people are heroic or courageous.
Oh, they're 3%ers.
Oh God.
I just realized that. Yeah, they're 3%ers.
Ironically, I think that the three of us are probably more heroic and have faced more danger than most of them have.
Then we shall be good diplomats.
And each faction is their deity is different. The clerics
Hey.
worship.
No, you can worship as long as you worship any of the gods of Pretoria.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Tyr,
just
Helm, and
it's a way of thinking. It's ideological.
Yeah.
I can never remember the
It's
third one.
it's more than that. It's Shantae, Helm, Ilmater, Lythander, Ogma, Savras, Torm, Tempest, and Tyr.
Okay, cool. 9 gods, 3 factions.
And you could, as long as you worship any of the prime deity, the gods of Pretoria, the good ones, and not a evil deity or an influence from the lesser plane. You're good.
There's some
Cool.
gods I don't recognize, like Tamora and stuff like that.
How did
They
just
don't
a
recognize. I
single
mean, I guess
angel
they
go?
acknowledge Kalembor, but they don't recognize him as. They're like, you know.
Well, like I guess everybody dies. Fair.
There.
Okay. So, y'all want, let's go talk to paladins first.
Okay. 2 paladins.
Okay, I'm gonna pee really quick.
Okay.
Versus being really slowly.
Really draw it out.
Yeah,
Get
you
every
got
last drop.
you gotta like you get your urethra. You use your powers to go. I'm just saying words.
I can. Well, I never tried to slow down peeing before.
Can you stop peeing?
That sounds
Yeah.
painful.
I want to say, then by reason, there should be a way to slow it down, but I don't think that's true.
I've never tried. I'll go try.
Curve the stream.
Curve the stream. God.
Holy shit! I had to eat half a pizza when I came back. I didn't eat breakfast before I ran.
Oh, I didn't eat breakfast either. All I've had is coffee.
But it's 1 o'clock. My paint my nails.
I need to take a shower. Oh, fuck. I mentioned Fallout once, and now I'm getting Fallout 76 ads.
Oh yeah, it's all on sale right now. So it's Fallout New Vegas. I literally downloaded Fallout New Vegas and I just got what's it, like the fixing mods.
God, there has to be fixing mods. I literally just finished downloading a bunch of mods for Fallout 4. Like,
you don't get the fixing mods? The ones that fix the game. I'm sorry, I should have clarified.
no, the last time I played Fallout New Vegas, it was so broken I couldn't do anything with it, so I had to delete it.
Oh, they have mods for that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think if you have to download mods in order to get a game to work,
Well,
I'm not saying I haven't played Fallout New Vegas. It works fine on my Xbox. It's just I won't be able to mod it.
The problem is that older technology is going to get like this. It's not, it doesn't get supported, so this is going to be the future if you want to play your old games.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
You guys are.
God, I gotta go private property. Wait, we're doing all this talking just to. Also, hold on, I got that fucking Fallout New Vegas quote pulled up. Actually, can't expect God to do all the work for us.
You head to the district of the Holy Templar.
District of the Holy Templar.
And shout out to Fallout New Vegas having Mormons. Shout out to Quentin also putting Mormons in this game.
Shout out to Fallout New Vegas having the badass Mormon, Joshua, whatever his name was, the Burning Man.
Mm-hmm. It's such a great story. Yeah, fuck, I like Fallout New Vegas. Actually, fucking, I can't.
Well, I mean, you're obligated to.
I am obligated to.
It's a great game. You start out the game by getting shot in the head.
As a trans woman, I am obligated to talk about Fallout New Vegas. I signed the pack. I signed the deal.
Yeah. Do you also have I don't know why I'm doing Manon's voice. Do you also have an IKEA shark?
I do.
Yeah.
The shark.
I got
yeah, yeah.
I got it all. I got niche interests.
You
I
got
dump
the-
it
you
on.
got the-
That
you got
part's
the-
just autism.
You got the
though.
piercing. You got the shark. You got.
Is a piercing a trans thing?
I mean, I guess.
No,
It's a girl thing, I guess.
yeah,
It's a girl
yeah. Well, it's a lesbian thing.
Oh.
It's a girls who like girls thing.
I'm spiritually a dyke. I'm making this claim. I got sapphic.
Yes.
It's girls who like girls who like girls.
True.
So anytime I run into a straight woman with her septum pierced, I'm like, that's
she
just
doesn't-
mean.
She doesn't know yet.
Mean.
Damn it.
She just doesn't know yet. What is it? What is it saying? Straight women are like spaghetti, or they're like spaghetti. They're all straight until they're wet.
Or something.
Gross.
I'm sorry. That was terrible. Suffered.
Gross. Ugh.
Fair enough.
Ugh.
I gave you the ick.
Yeah, I have the ick now. Gross.
All right, we could just all pretend we can kick that off the record.
Strike that from the record.
You didn't come up with it. I'm not blaming you. Like they say, all cats are black in the dark.
All
Kind of
right.
hate. I hate that was the thing. I was like, oh, cats are black in the dark. I didn't hate it. I liked it.
Cats are black in the dark.
What if somebody just guesses it just because they're smart? You get told that and you just know how to do it and you accidentally get involved in a large conspiracy.
Well, you know what? Y'all weren't smart enough to figure it out, so I figure.
Okay, yes, we're not, but there are people who walk around who are smart, alright?
And I
Say that y'all
osmosis
are
their
s-
smartness.
Yeah, I'd say that
We are
the
the
party for subterfuge was at least as smart as the average D&D dissident.
we aren't the Ubermensch, alright? They're we're just average Joe. Oh, we didn't become average Joes, but listen, there are people out there.
But at the Kala, everybody's just trying to survive, man. We're just trying to survive out here, man.
And we
Jen and
burnt
I-
that city to the ground.
Jen and I
Yeah.
both love dystopic city, not dystopic, but like cities in strife.
I mean, a city that's just fine, that's just doing fine, isn't a fun place to be an adventurer.
Adventurer.
In. There's nothing happening here.
Yeah, we like strife.
There's no.
That's how you end up playing as like as a bad guy. You're just bored.
That is the
shit.
evil campaign. I just make it a city that's got all of its problems fixed. It has no poor
We just
people.
want to have adventure.
We tear it down.
And then the party shows up, and then all the problems come out of nowhere because the
Oh my
party
God.
caused them.
We're like colonizers.
I mean, at least in subterfuge, y'all caused most of your problems.
I think in this one we caused most of our problems too.
Yeah. Oh, he's hot. Yeah.
Perfectus.
Hot or old.
No, I like the twink more, but that's my bias.
We know.
Yeah. I should have known you'd be into him.
What
He has
the
facial hair.
fuck am I listening to?
It's not my fault that facial hair is like makeup for men.
You're gonna die with that legacy.
It is, because with facial hair, I actually have a chin.
What?
There you go.
You all.
I'd say
are-
something, except that the person that I've been seeing also has facial hair.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
so did the last one, and so did the one before that.
who didn't have facial hair? Which one?
Evan shaves every day. His face.
Dude, that would upset my skin. You know who also really didn't like having facial hair?
Mm-hmm.
That theory.
Yeah, if I wanted to be oh god,
I take a razor
if
blade.
I wanted to be
I mean,
clean shaven. That's the word. I was thinking smooth skinned.
Instead of a ghoul?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
what's up? You never seen a ghoul before, smooth skin?
Nope. Fallout's just always on my mind right now. Just watching the
Wake
show.
up, Quentin.
I
What are we doing?
take a razor blade to my face every single morning, and you can tell.
Yeah,
My
I was gonna say
skin-
I'd have to shave every day if I want to if I want to be clean shaven.
I can't do it. Like my skin literally gets so irritated.
I use special essential oils, and it helps.
You
You
know
all,
You
what
and
that
your
is?
fucking.
I love my oils. I'm a white girl.
Speak for yourself. There are no
He does
essential
not
oils
speak.
in my home.
He does not speak for me.
He does not speak for me, okay?
Saudi prince over here with his oils.
You all are given transportation willingly by the archdiocese, and
Just like, get the fuck out, please.
you arrive.
Who's the willing party?
You are you arrive to the district of the Holy Templar, and you see a lot of people walking around in clad big armor, pauldrons, the whole 9 yards. You can see more overtly than in the church the iconography on everybody's adornments of the various deities here.
So many
Men and
receipts.
women alike, though. Men and women. And when you arrive to the seat of the Perfectus, He stands there, both feet planted on the floor, arms on the armrest, but leaning forward. I heard of foreigners walking onto our lands, guided by...
Don't say heretic. Don't say heretic.
One of our own returned from their overdue trip. Representing the Australithic League, no less. Do you come on behalf of their business?
I cede the floor to Pudge.
Hello. Gotta do this again.
Get your jowls.
You can see he does that like a British man who like grabs his little facial hair. He grabs his jowls.
Wonderful. And now I'm picturing the jowls like mutton chops.
They kind of are, yeah.
Yeah. Great.
So
Yeah.
we are indeed representatives of the Australithic League. Although Manon was once one of your citizens, she is, like all of us, knighted, I've been told. We're knighted for our great adventures and our glorious conquests. We participated in many military campaigns. We've come here as representatives of the Australithic League, and seeing as your organization is of some importance, of some great importance, we wanted to introduce ourselves.
He looks at Legion up and down, thoroughly interested. Man, and you're so small that Pudge is giving this great oration of the great deeds you all have done, but your meek figure speaks against it.
Do I have to establish dominance?
Legion, on the other hand, he seems very interested. Pudge as well.
Are there did he clear the room to speak with us, or are there other
He did not clear the room. There's other people around.
Okay. Well, since I am definitely perceptive enough to realize that I am being intentionally slighted, I'd like to roll sleight of hand to see if I can surreptitiously unbuckle as many greaves as I possibly can while nobody's paying attention to me.
Wait, who's greaves?
So that they're as many of them as I can, so that I can, so that their pants fall down as soon as they move.
Pudge's pants fall down.
No,
I was like,
no, as many of the other of the Praetorian paladins,
Are you gonna
as many of their greaves as I can.
Are you using a mage hand to do this?
Yeah.
Because I imagine you all are standing in the middle of the room. You're stealthy as fuck, but he's gonna notice if you disappear.
Yeah. I'll roll sleight of hand to see for if I can cast my mage hand without being noticed.
Yeah, you're good.
Even their gods are going, what the fuck was that?
The highest I could roll for sleight of hand is 40. I could roll a 40.
Whatever you can
if I roll
reasonably get your hands on, you hear the metal clunk to the floor and the person walking by. What the fuck? And then clunk. Clunk.
are they like embarrassed when their pants like come down?
They're
The
looking
greaves?
around at each other. They look very confused. It's a public enough space to where nobody's like scared or like freaked out, but they're like, what the fuck is going on?
My pants!
He's not so stupid enough to think that this is a coincidence.
That's fine.
But he may not necessarily.
I'm being
know that
intentionally. I'm being intentionally slighted.
mischief. As is he now. Yeah. Yeah. Very well. The floor is yours.
Pulls up pants. Manon, did you want to speak?
Well,
Can't be taking out pants if she's talking.
How do we get her to behave? All right,
shows
talk.
What, shows what you know. So
That's a master stealthing.
we're interested in establishing a Australithic League embassy here in the city to foster goodwill, and so that we may also offer an embassy, a permanent embassy in the Australithic League to Praetorians as well, that they might find succor and refuge while they are on their holy missions in the continent. We're doing this because we believe that we have a common enemy in the Dursfall Empire, and in fact, the Dursfall Empire is currently on your southern border on the Shadowmoor as we speak, and thus we felt it wise to extend gestures of goodwill towards Pretoria on behalf of the Australithic League, who, as you know, is turning the tide of battle against the Dursfall Empire in no small part to our thanks in no small part to our interference and service to the people of the Australithic League. And thus, we are garnering support to open an embassy before we approach the Cardinal. We've already spoken with the Archdiocese, and then it's solely because I am personally familiar with the Archdiocese, and then we came to you. Manon says it all in that exact tone where she is telling the exact literal truth and is not making any attempt to like make it fancy. Pudge was like, talk, and I'm like, I guess I'm just saying exactly what we're here for.
Pudge will pick up from that and be like, so I understand evangelical work is done with the missionaries, but I wonder, what if your men and women did missionary work of a different kind?
Go on.
Not all proselytizing has to be talking.
Uh-oh.
What experience do you think that your acolytes would gain from fighting in wars, foreign wars, or even just fighting beasts in foreign lands? And people would see your holy aptitude and glory, and might be compelled to join.
In my brain, I'm like, Pudge is proposing a holy French Foreign Legion?
How are we going to get this nation out of isolation? Oh, I'm going to get them out of isolation, all right.
I propose holy war.
Jihad!
Have you ever heard of the Crusade?
Would you like to crusade? Would you like to know more?
Would you like to know more?
I hear you don't like unworthy heretics. Hear me
Have
out.
you been to Namora?
Have you thought about finding them and killing them?
So we have this just large country called Durisfall. I'm gonna say that's free game.
And think, there's tales of armies that have left lands and have come back with more men than they left with. Surely a righteous example could do the same, or more.
Manon barely restrains the urge to make the jerk-off symbol behind Pudge's back.
Hopefully Pudge is so big
Just
it can't be seen.
It's just at my. I do it with my mage hand.
Pudge, make a persuasion check.
How's your embassy going?
If I help, can I? No, I don't want to say anything.
I talked. I helped. Maybe.
16.
Or maybe. The help was he didn't have to roll at disadvantage.
Did I roll? Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's what I got so far.
He hears you out, man, and you're watching him kind of a little relishing in some of the ideas that Pudge is bringing forward that you may find questionable, but you know.
Emissary of Peace.
What is Emissary of Peace?
I'm using my channel divinity. I'm gonna add +5 to that.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Yep.
I actually am literally a diplomat by class.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the drow paladin I made for Julian's campaign that never happened was the Oath of Redemption paladin.
You see him stroking his
His
beard,
his gizzard.
and he's
Yeah, he stroked his gizzards.
he does what you do.
Clown on
he's
clown
he's
communication.
he's mirroring.
He's into it. You watch him nodding his head, and he's listening. He's like, yeah, you know. You think he's getting a little hard.
Man, and
And-
is this
Holy
working?
war.
I think this is working.
Yeah.
and he
Gross.
composes himself.
Set my mage hand up to loosen the buckle on his codpiece.
We better watch out. That codpiece might fly on its own, honestly.
Clean this.
Oh, gross.
Holy war.
I believe you raised some points we can agree on that I think a demonstration of the power that our gods have makes a great example that can be followed by those who are born worthy but unfortunate, but also a deterrent and a message to all those who would choose not to apply themselves to something greater than their own mortality. However, for the safety of our nation, for us to go out and flex our muscles, we have to be conservative. More forces at home mean that our island is safer. For us to send our forces out would leave us vulnerable. Also, it would attract unwanted attention.
Maybe
Well-
send a squad. Just a test.
Well, surely. I'm not saying raise the banners, but, there only needs to be a handful of people to learn and see and make example.
And
Not to mention accepting an embassy from you, as we were a neutral party in all continental wars, would mean that we would have to engage with Durasfall and Nomura for embassies, and I am uncomfortable with that.
you don't have to engage with either of them. They're not here. If they
Well-
if they wanted embassies, they'd be here.
If we have an embassy with the Australopithec League and we do not engage the others, then that shows we have chosen a side.
Well, I would also say,
I'm gonna do something real dumb.
do your people go on this journey? Is this all the Praetorians?
Yes.
Even of your order?
Yes.
Did they do it before they joined your order?
They do it upon graduation.
Of your order?
Yes.
Why couldn't some of that graduation require a little bit of foreign adventure? I mean, for example, not all conflict is war. Unholy heretics, barons, things of this nature.
Vegans.
Grass eaters. Or simply observers.
No offense, Perfectus. You may not have chosen a side, but a side has been chosen.
What does that mean?
Well, I know for a fact that the conservators are currently bringing an expeditionary force directly to fight against the Dark Heiress on Shadowmoor. The side has been chosen, and they chose without you.
You have enough passive insight to tell he didn't know that.
It's doing something dumb. She's stirring up shit.
Oh man, and stir the pot.
See, I was
Stir
like,
the pot.
ooh, actually, I need to have. I was like, man, and it's like good cop, bad cop, but like, you know, I don't know who's the good cop here.
Good. No, you're bad.
Definitely. Ah.
No,
Manon is semi-good cop. Legion is just dumb cop.
it's like
Well,
reckless cop and cutthroat cop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Loose cannon.
You can tell he didn't know that, and he didn't like that.
Leader of the Paladins did not like that.
Nobody liked that.
He starts on his armrest. What was relaxed but well statured. You see his fingers. I will think about what you've said today. And I
Perfectus will remember that.
I will certainly be in attendance at our next senatorial meeting. I can't promise you anything today, and I have some deliberations to make.
Well, we will go and meet with your other compatriots.
Is our ride from the whatever the fuck her name is, Dio?
They're parked outside.
Say
Okay.
Dio.
Also, Andromethian.
Hmm?
I wouldn't mind having an opportunity to have, well, I'd say dinner, but I wouldn't mind sitting down and picking your brain.
Okay. That sounds like we'll have to set something up. Perhaps in the coming days.
You know where to find me, and I will make myself available.
Okay. Then it's a date. And Legion will walk out.
I say a date.
Thank you, ambassadors. Honor Tide.
Pudge. Thank you for seeing us.
Thank you.
Legion says it's a date because that might be an opportunity to pick his brain or
Legion,
have Manon sneak around sneak around his place.
Legion, are you going to do what you did at Ruspella with that man?
No, we are going to.
Are you going to Muppet a man?
No, we're not gonna Muppet him. We did that one time.
Please, I need you to do that. I need you to. We need to literally, metaphorically, be that with these
My
organizations.
fist is bigger than most people's pelvises.
Well, he's a strong man. And if not, there are good clerics.
When you leave the district, the next destination is a little further off. It's very rare, Manon, that you had an opportunity to even see the monastic order because they seclude themselves from metropolitan Pretoria. They're much further inland on the island, higher in elevation. To get there, you have to climb many stairs typically, but in this case, you've been issued some kind of more convenient transportation.
Manon, what do you know about these monks? Other than
Um,
they seem to be like extreme isolationists. Like they isolate themselves from the isolationists.
yeah, that's all I got, honestly.
Manon,
That's it.
Are they?
you did really good with telling that information.
The
And I
the,
don't.
the, the truth?
Yes, selective truth is very useful. I don't think you're as much of a bad diplomat as you think you are.
Well, I'm really just a bad liar.
Mm, that'll change.
But are these
Mhm.
monks the kind of people that if we ask for help, they'll give it?
No.
Oh, great.
Well,
No, I'm pretty sure about that part.
Great. We got
no,
pre-Empire Jedi Order here.
no. You will also be mentioning to them that they are not the only players, and that the others have been very receptive.
Would that make them less receptive?
Maybe, but we're stirring the pot, and now they have to shift around.
When you finally arrive to the district, you watch as people walk around in their various robes. Everyone seems to be a little more gaunt, a little more lean. People of higher rankings seem to have hair, while those who you assume are in lower rankings are bald.
The hierarchy.
Wait, how?
Mhm.
What kind of hair do they have? Like the
The
shaved forehead, but the long braid in the back?
Some of
I don't
them
remember what it's
are
called.
like long hair, but like a full head of hair long, and then they'll put it up or ponytail it or whatever. Those who are a little older, their hairline may be receding back. um, Lots of humans. It's a little reminiscent of your time with the Philosophers Guild with the Gith,
Mm.
but these people are a little different. You certainly catch attention as you walk through their district, but people will respectfully pay you no mind. Unlike the other leaders, where they have to clear house or they've got guards standing out or what have you, this is an open temple.
Like a garden?
Buddha.
So anyone can come?
I think
Man,
that's the point. You're supposed to like meditate yourself to
No,
completion.
nobody comes here.
Oh,
Nobody.
nobody comes here.
nobody
Correct.
comes here. You know coming.
Correct.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I thought you said these people were elitist.
Mm-hmm. They are?
That they let the people walk right in.
The cardinal told you that she would guarantee respect and safety.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk in, you can see people walking, traversing around, meditating, doing various practices, or lighting candles and incense, doing katas. The Grand Master is tending to the candles just in front of the large Buddha. And he turns around. Long, flowing white hair, glorious beard. Nice robes made of what you perceive to be fine silk, but a little more simple in their design compared to the other leaders that you've seen.
Hello. We are with the Australithic League Embassy. We wanted to speak with you.
He lights another candle. Not quite facing you, but turns his head a little bit. I am aware. And he turns to face you. And on what business do you seek an audience with myself and my people?
I'd like to know more about your people. And then I would like to discuss something of embassy business.
Well, to know more about my people is a privilege. If you want to discuss an embassy, I'm frankly not interested.
Why not?
On the material plane, there are the comings and goings of us mortals. And the number of paths set before us are almost limitless. And it takes a trained mind and a careful eye and sharp judgment to know your place in it all. Few have the willingness to develop that. The few who do will find their way to us, embassy or not. And I have no interest in wasting precious time or resources seeking out people who will inevitably find their way to myself or others.
You see everything as inevitable, that they will most certainly come to you.
Those who seek enlightenment can't help but find it.
But tell me, is there not barriers to enlightenment? Ignorance is given from only random birth. For example, how could a peasant from the Durisfal Empire know of your enlightenment?
Those who struggle most due to circumstances, in my experience, will find the attention of a deity.
Do you care what deity it is?
I pray that it is one of our prime deities. If it is otherwise, there's plenty of other churches on the continent who can deal with it. It's not my business to personally engage in that.
I see a contradiction in your belief. You seem to say it is inevitable. It will happen. Whether it happens not or not doesn't. But then I see here thin faces. I see efforts put into thought, knowledge, and determination. This is not the belief of somebody who thinks that fate will guide all.
Fate often is perceived as there is only one outcome and you will arrive there regardless. I don't believe that to be the case. I think that there are multiple fates. But when you are called to a fate, for some people that calling is so great that functionally and effectively there are no other fates. But the choice is still theirs.
But a person ignorant of a choice cannot make the correct choice.
And in that, I believe and pray to God's most benevolent to help them.
Well then, maybe you should pray to yourself, for you can help them. Although you are isolated, and that is admirable, not a bad thing. Wouldn't you want more people to hear of your ways? To enlighten those who can, not those who cannot. I'm not talking about that. Those who strive but do never achieve. For we are not all equal. But I talk about those who can, just don't know.
The question is, at what cost? We have traditions to uphold here. Pretoria is a haven, and it must continue to be so above all else. And for any of us on Pretoria to cause a lapse in armor or to open up a vulnerability or a liability for the sake of trying to find a needle in a haystack, as it were. Our people come first, as we are God's ordained.
Now would be a good time to mention the other two factions have already considered our proposal.
Well, you're not the only one we've spoken to. Since you know of our discussion with the embassy before we got here, I assume you know we've talked with the others. I propose that you can be against it. That makes sense with your ideals. But I warned you, you should not be in the side of opposition when change happens. Because if it happens, you will be swept away. Maybe is it not better to control a tide inside of it than outside of it?
Make a persuasion check.
No, that's how you get into Undertow. No!
+5 to that.
Someone who almost drowned. This is bad.
I almost drowned. I also almost drowned, but I didn't learn my lesson.
Great. Cool.
Hello, I'm actually flexing my my ethics degrees. I actually have logical arguments and reasoning here and theology. I'm here to have an actual philosophical debate with you. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
This isn't a play anymore. He smirks. Leave it to the ambassadors to come to talk politics. You raise fair points. They are logical, and I commend you for that. You have a sharper mind than most, and I can appreciate that. I will do whatever is necessary at the end of the day to care for our people.
I do not expect you to give up that position. For as you see, we do the same. All I see is that maybe our intentions to defend our people may not necessarily be all exclusive.
Manon,
Mm-hmm.
would you tell me why you left?
Because I felt the call to something greater than I was allowed here. Because my everyday was a my everyday was a an exercise in needless and fruitless humiliation and deprivation and degradation, and I felt the call of a god not recognized on this island, and in so following her fate and holding her hand, have found myself blessed among other people and in a position that I can save lives. And I have time and time again put this flesh that was so thoroughly scourged while I was here on Pretoria, so vilified through no fault of my own, on the line for strangers, for innocence, and to do what is right.
And
Hmm.
you, Andromethian. He looks at Legion.
Hmm.
I don't think you've asked Legion a question.
For what purpose and gain do you think engaging with Pretoria will achieve?
Hopefully, the downfall of a fascist state, or and the saving of innocence. We have one design, one purpose to our continued existence, and that is to ensure evil doesn't win. Not again.
On that, we can at least agree. I expect a senatorial meeting will be called, and this will be discussed at further length. Is there any more information that you want to share before that happens?
Man. I mean, you don't have to share the information, but like, if you want to.
You pride, in so much pride is a sin, but you seem to have a very solid hand on the heartbeat of this city, of this nation, and feel that you all here in the monastic order are, um, are capable of much greater logic and reasoning than others may be. Tell me what you know then about the conservators' interest in astral shards and what they may be doing in Shadowmoor.
When you bring up the conservators, you see just a hint of disdain.
Mm-hmm.
I am obligated to not openly talk about the Imperator or his followers
Mm.
with outsiders of Pretoria, and hardly even within Pretoria.
Mhm.
But I have to say, there's a lot that I don't know either.
Mm.
And I find that you and I may be asking the same questions.
Does seem to fill me with a little bit of wrath when I think about how much has been kept for the greater good, or at the very least, the greater ambitions, maybe, of some.
The Cardinal, with her divine domain, has made it known to us that the Imperator and the Conservatorship are supported by the gods, and that it is for the benefit of all that their business be shared with discretion.
Hmm.
And I
Well.
trust in my Cardinal.
Hmm. Admirable. Admirable.
He seems to acknowledge your question about the shards. He seems to know what you're talking about, but he's not going to talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My intention was more to let him know that I knew what the hell was going on, since he seems to be a man who values knowledge.
A trade.
If there is anything else you want to share, you are welcome to visit with myself. And I anticipate you will be in attendance with the next senatorial meeting.
It does seem likely.
I would be prepared to receive questions and also perhaps ask some, if I were you.
Well, these days, since I set foot back on Pretoria, I seem to be full of questions and have found a very little satisfaction for them.
Well, I think you know everybody's stance on outsiders.
Mm. Also, satisfaction or truth in the wrong hands. Very dangerous commodity, obviously.
At the very least, I think you come with intentions that align with the will of our gods, and that alone may just be enough.
Well, I do very much hope that the gods of Mount Celestia could be in agreement that ripping apart the fabric of reality a second time is probably bad.
That ought to be recognized, and we have full faith that they know what they're doing.
I have some concerns that there are forces of evil deities, lesser deities, bad gods, whatever they may be, pulling the strings in for a lot of different puppets.
As they always have been.
Yes, I do wonder, though, if... I do wonder, though, if the strings their hands are on may have changed.
Do you have any idea who the strings have been on and are now on?
I have theories. I think that the old... I can't remember the name of the guy who was Lady Durasfall's dad. What is his name?
Oh, Arthas.
Yeah. I expect that there have been a lot of strings pulled in Durasfall, and still are. I am no student of history, but I imagine that some of those strings were probably pulled in Andromithia. And where else those greedy hands may find themselves, it would be reckless to speculate.
In that case, then discretion is appreciated.
I didn't say reckless for whom.
I look forward to seeing you at the round table.
Who would have thought? A second child, a twin, at a senatorial round table.
No, Manon. A knight.
Hmm.
You are
Yeah.
not what this place branded you. And
Well,
one day you will even eat and get large and get stronger. Until then, you are just a grass eater.
fair. This seems like a terrible time to tell you that my sister is bigger than me.
Is it because she ate more meats than you?
Yes.
Because she was fed more meat than you.
Yeah.
My good.
Yeah. This was not a personal choice though, Pudge. I was
Well, it's time for us to rectify these things. Anyways, my embassy will be opening a restaurant.
Are we doing like an embassy restaurant combination kind of thing?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
yeah,
gonna be
that's how the
everything.
embassy makes money to pay all its bills.
Ah.
And spread a religion.
Yeah, thank you, Grandmaster. I'm gonna be honest, I really thought this was gonna be an absolute shit show. Um, but I think that um difficult times make for strange bedfellows, and perhaps you and I have more in common than I thought.
So different, you and I.
You are no longer bound by our hierarchy or expectations. And you now have power and accolades to bring to the table that
Mhm.
not only force people to acknowledge you and hear what you have to say, but they want to now. And for that, I congratulate you.
Mm.
Even though
Hmm.
your receptiveness to discipline may not have gone well in my district, but you found the right place for your development.
Good. And what's more, I accepted the responsibility that comes with accolades and power.
And that is
Because,
noble.
frankly, if I didn't, I do not believe that I would be here right now.
Which you are given must be fostered, lest you lose it.
Well,
Thank you
I think,
for coming
yeah.
in goodwill.
Thank you.
Although, at the end of the day, we may disagree about an embassy, I think there are many other things we can agree on.
I think so. And I hope that you look for strings in the dark.
I think you and I can at least share a similarity that being perceptive is our most valuable asset.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Allow me to coordinate and prepare for a meeting either tonight or tomorrow morning.
Indeed, thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy
Me?
your afternoon.
Mm.
We leave then?
Mm-hmm.
You have visited all the districts, and I will now ask, is there any quick things you want to do before we end the session today?
Yeah. we'll get in the boat, and I'll give the boat taxi driver like 5 gold
Oh.
and say, "You didn't hear shit." And I turn around and I look back at them, and I'm like, I am fairly certain that um just going in and directly telling the heads of the different factions exactly what I know was probably not the best approach.
Hmm.
Or was it?
Hmm.
It, we don't know. We're leveraging what we can leverage, and really that's all. It's just information at this point, and maybe
Hmm. We will see what these fruit what is sowed. Or I'm sorry, we'll see. We will reap what we sow later.
also, did you just like insinuate that?
You're right. We'll see what we harvest from farming. Our ranch meets animals later.
I plug the ears of the driver. Did you just insinuate that that there was the Pretoria rap?
Mm-hmm.
And did he insinuate that he's looking?
Uh-huh. I think so. He's
Mm-hmm.
asking some of the same questions. How, however, however, I'll put your hands back over the earmuffs.
Just put, I'm a robot. I can hold my hands here forever. Oh, Legion is. I'm not.
uh, uh, but also, if we're in agreement that the Imperator is probably under the influence of that, and that's why they're looking, and then the Cardinal has said that they have to do what the Imperator, like they have to support the Imperator. Does not that then imply that the Cardinal?
Well, what if the Hannah is the Imperator?
Uh, yeah,
Hmm.
Are we speaking Abyssal?
yeah.
Do I speak Abyssal? I speak Abyssal. Cool.
Great.
Wait.
Legion and I just speak Abyssal to each other.
Oh, nobody speaks Draconic or Ogre? Fine.
No.
Ogre.
I had to fill it out, so. Well,
I
ogres
think
felt like the other meat eaters.
I think I technically have like 3 more languages that I can technically speak, but they're not like in the list of like things you can pick. So I would just like have picked something.
Because
I speak passable Damoran.
I speak what do they call it?
Fantasy French.
Pigeon pigeon elvish.
I speak Abyssal and Primordial.
I can talk to a rock. Ooh. No, I think that's it.
Ooh.
Mission accomplished. We did diplomacy. This is actually spycraft.
We did it. We did it.
I feel like it's not over. We may have to do some.
No, we
Never.
definitely have to do more.
It's never over.
We have to do some skullduggery.
Yeah.
We did tradecraft.
Yeah.
No, not tradecraft. Stealing. Straight up robbery. Whether it's
That was my
information.
hope. Manon's way better at robbery than she is at the talky stuff.
Whether it's information or something else, we gotta take. We're gonna have to take something.
Yeah. It is difficult to play Manon sometimes because Jen is very good at the talking parts. And so I just try to play Manon like Manon is an asshole.
You have to. A good talker has to roleplay a bad talker trying to talk good.
Yeah.
Like...
So I'm just like.
I'm going to make the claim that Pugilus aspires to be a powerful dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why he needs to talk good, because he needs to get fed good.
You gotta build your dragon cult following.
You gotta get a horde.
True.
A
Whether
horde of meat.
That's just people.
Fair. Very fair.
Well, good job, guys. That was.
All right,
Yeah.
Quentin, go do your uncling.
Time to go be the gay uncle.
Uncle.
If you don't have the gunkle, you are the gunkle.
Thank you. If there's no one else in your family who's gay, guess what? It's you.
I had that discussion with Evan. He was like, everybody's got a gay cousin where they all speculate that that cousin is gay. And if you haven't heard the speculation about the gay cousin, it's because they think it's you.
Jen, everybody knows you're gay.
Well, I know. I'm not.
How about Evan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fair. So who's the gay uncle that?
It's not me. It's not Mickey.
For now, at time of recording.
You could. A lesbian aunt is also an option.
True.
This was a very entertaining session. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks.
Let's go. We have to scatter.
Okay.
All right. Quentin,
Bye.
8 o'clock. Are you gonna be able to make it
Peace.
to my place?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Go. Bye.